All right, guys.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's a little bit weird because I still feel like I just joined OG as this new player, right? And then now it's just me and Valde left from the original players. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it seems cool. Maybe a little bit uncool because it feels like I'm getting old now. But yeah, everyone,
for me.
everyone has the time, right? Yeah, so yeah, it's cool.
I tried it a little bit in North. I remember when I think me and AC was the last players at the end in North, and the rest were like new guys coming in. But yeah, for me, I don't think too much about it. I think what's more important is that you have a team that you believe in, and I think we have some really good pieces to the puzzle now. So I think now it's just about like grinding. We have some really long working days right now, like 10 hours every day, which is fine. But and I think you know, a guy like Flames, mantuu, you know, they have so much potential. So yeah, I'm not worried, and I'll happily take 2 years more if we're on the right path. I think you can expect from Flames in 2022 to find a higher level in official games that he's shown so far. I mean, we have some practices where he's just like 40 bombing, like one-tapping everyone. I think the guy's like raw skill in terms of like, mechanical aim, like his movement is insane. And I still personally believe he's one of the underrated, like more underrated talents in the scene. It can easily take like a year for it to actually come through. In the actual games, but I'm not too worried because he has like a really good mindset of like not tilting. He's really positive overall, like really talkative as well. So I hope it's just a matter of time before we'll see like some beast performances from him. And the thing about Flames is that he has really high impact, you know. Yeah. So if Flames is 30 bombing, I can just like lean back in B-apps and just watch him like 40 bomb the other team. So yeah, I think he's an insane player.
I also think like last season he needed to kind of establish himself as a player in a top team, and now, as I also said to him, now he has entered the next stage. Now he needs to go from just a good player to becoming a kind of elite tier 1 player, and by that we also tweaked some stuff. He got some new positions around the maps. Some of them we haven't shown yet, but yeah, also to make sure he has like his hands more where like the rounds are like decided, where previously he's had bit more anchor rolls at some maps, so now he has been put a bit more into the action, and from practice it looks really good. Now, as you say, it's about making a bit more consistent. Maybe it's 3 months, maybe it's a year, like, but I'm pretty sure like this year he will take the next step. He also needs to like get the experience from playing LAN tournaments. He hadn't played any big LAN tournaments before he joins us last year, so it's a natural like development for a young guy, and we also got to remember he is still young, even though he feels like a veteran in some of like his play style movements and whatever. So yeah, I'm really confident going into the season that he's gonna take the next step, and we have more players doing it as well. So I think I'm really positive. Yeah,
I feel like he's so naturally gifted, and the next kind of generation of players, as you can see, like these kind of young players, they play differently, but like the way he's just running, shooting, jumping, clutching. And I feel like last year, obviously, I feel like the kind of place that we had, especially where Flames was playing or how he was playing, he was a little bit like, you know, set back. So I feel like if we work right now, especially with Nexa, with obviously the coaches to make sure he's out there and we can use his aim, mechanical aim, which he has, then I think like this year is going to be super fun for him. Because I feel like once we unleash Flames fully, which obviously we can see in practice or in some officials, but if you can do that consistently and he realizes it, gains the confidence, then I feel like he's going to be a beast, right? And it's also going to be fun because he hasn't played obviously LANs before. And I feel like with LANs coming back, it's going to be a fun year for him.
Yeah, we just need him to get over his Hobbit fandom, then we're good.
True. Yeah.
Become Hobbit.
Yes. Become Hobbit.
But I feel like also if we get him like confident as well as like showing like support to him, like making sure like where his big brothers show him support, and like support love and everything, then I feel like he will feel comfortable in the team and it will show in the games.
I think Nego is not really the type of guy who cares at all about criticism, which you shouldn't as a player. Like, obviously, if it comes from your teammates or from someone inside the organization, that's a different story. But in terms of just like listening to the community, I think you could spend your whole day, like, I think it's kind of pointless, but fortunately for us, Nico is the type of guy who knows like what's best for the team. Obviously, he maybe doesn't have the best roles, but he's also a really selfless person, which you can really appreciate. Like if you know how it is to actually play in a professional team, where other people are willing to sacrifice for you, that's like invaluable in my opinion. So you never have the, like you never feel like he's baiting you. He's always willing to run first. He's really good at offering grenades, setting other people up. And then obviously it would be nice if it came to the point where he also like maybe thought about himself a little bit more, so he can also have some moments to shine. But overall, I think he just needs to gain that little bit of confidence as well, and then I think he can be, as you saw in Heroic, like a really good player actually.
Yeah, like it's no secret. I think he is the best. If you like speak core values and what he offers to a team, he's probably the best team player across a lot of the top teams. Like he's very he never thinks of himself and new possessions. So yeah, fine.
Also
no
has
problem.
really good game understanding. I feel like he knows what to do.
Yeah, and his communication is really good. And also like sometimes in the high pressure moments, you need these guys. If you're not having the best game yourself and you're maybe the talkative type normally, then you always know Nico will be there to offer like some guidance or say, okay, boys, let's do this instead of just being AFK in our crosshairs and stuff. So yeah, we're really happy to have him, and yeah, hopefully he also gets his like moment of shining in some of the big matches because he deserves it.
I also feel like when the official hits, like Nico's the perfect teammate you can get. Once we play officials, he clicks, you know, and he's like perfect teammate, talking, sacrificing, just supporting you, being super nice, you know. So I feel like you guys said, he's like the perfect teammate you want in a team, right? And obviously he added a lot of like, you know, he had a heavy toe on him with the problems, obviously, and I feel like he handled it like perfectly, and I admire him a lot, you know, going through the situation which he went through.
Yeah, it's never easy.
Yeah, exactly.
I hired Alexander like KAKAFU after actually a pretty long hiring process. It took a couple of months and we had a lot of like guys coming through, but as soon as I talked with him, I knew that was the guy I wanted. I already had my eyes set out for him before we even started the process, so I'm really happy he actually like applied for the job, and I know him from his big time, and like all the stuff I've heard about him has been super like good, and he has everything that I don't have so much of. Like he is more like really like focused on the detail and really like grindy, where I'm a bit like I want to like keep the overview and make sure we move in the right direction. So I think the two styles complement each other really well, and the players also seem to have taken really good entry to him, because like he likes to like do these like small nerdy stuff about going into details and demos and showing new stuff that maybe I haven't thought of, maybe you haven't thought of. So I think we have a triangle of really like good inputs of me with the overall stuff, Alex with like the inputs and the nerdy stuff, and like going into detail, and then you have the players that kind of lingers in between. So I think we can use each other's like advantages like pretty good in the team. So I'm really happy about it. And on the other side, I think already we work really good together, and also have a good idea on how to tackle opponents, and that's also a big key for like coaching staff to work. So yeah, so far I'm really happy and can't wait to get to know him even better. Alexander's main job will be a lot more interacting with the players in terms of like thinking about like new setups, new moves in positions where they maybe have like played it a long time, to get some new inspiration and ideas, so they get more moves they feel comfortable on in pressure moments. Also be around the team together with me, like knowing what is the mental state of the team, making sure like the playbook together with me, we have everything in the playbook we want. Also, like as I said, he likes to watch a lot of demos, so he got a good grasp on opponents, so we can ping pong back and forth about what is the meta, like what direction do we want to go. Also like explain the common view we have to the players, and like go a lot into detail. I think detail and like new thinking he's really good at that, so he will be focusing a lot on that. With Nexa coming in, I think it's pretty safe to say that we changed the hierarchy just a bit, so it's from like the OG management side and down to the players, so the players can should only focus about playing and shooting headshots. Obviously that doesn't mean they don't have any impact on what's going on whatsoever, but it's no secret that moving into this season we wanted to do that, also just to make sure that the players knew within the system what their roles were. And by that, the system, it means that we want to play a bit more like loose, we want to play a bit more simple CS, because as an international team, all these like hardcore like meta strats where you throw XYZ flashbangs and have like the perfect timing with bay points, it's hard to pull off. So we want to like focus on making the individuals shine a bit more, get more like common situations where you control your destiny, own destiny a tiny bit more than you maybe have been used to. So that's kind of the direction we want to go have moving forward, that we want to be really good on CG because we are really like good players, but on C side we want to play more simple, reactive, like in your face and trading our way to bomb sites because we have all the tools to do it. So now it's just about kind of enforcing it in a good way that everyone's comfortable with.
Expectation for the new season, I think, is just starting to gel with, obviously, with Nexa, our new IGL right now, and just forming the chemistry, because we are changing the playstyle a little bit, I feel like. So yeah, we have to get that going. And also, I think, changing a lot of stuff, especially for Flames and me. So I think we have a lot of work to do, and I feel like if we do those things consistently, then we can just look into like winning some tournaments, I would say, and not focus solely on like, yeah, we have to win a tournament right now. I think that would come as a side effect of the work we put in.
Do you have like a specific goal, whether it's not winning a tournament or something? Do you have something else like on your to-do list, or what you want to achieve this year?
I think we want to qualify for the major this time.
Yes.
Like that's the big one for me. Like obviously we know that the first few tournaments is always going to be warm-up tournaments where we need to get used to like Nexa's way of calling and just like embracing his system.
Yeah.
And then I think we gotta like find ourselves as players in his system, and then looking towards the major. Obviously it would be really nice if we could have some deep runs before that, maybe even a trophy, who knows. But the major for me stands out as like the perfect timing in terms of we have like a few months to get ready for it, and then I think missing out on the last one was like unacceptable. So we really want to qualify for the next one.